सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Kanyaji.
So we need to resume from the notebook, your notebook, page number 24, line number 3. Evam sarvajnataya. Gita Press, we need to resume from last paragraph on page 24. Evam
एवं
सर्वज्ञतया
सर्वज्ञतया
सृष्टि स्थिति संहार शक्ति
सृष्टि स्थिति संहार शक्ति
विज्ञानवत्तया
विज्ञानवक्तया
उपचितात्
उपचितात्
ततः ब्रह्मणः अन्नम् अद्यते भुज्यते इति।
अन्नम् अद्यते भुज्यते इति।
अन्नम्
अव्याकृतम्
साधारणं संसारिणां व्याचिकीर्षित अवस्थारूपेण अभिजायते उत्पद्यते। So starting from the previous mantra, Yatha Urnanabhi. The Upanishad began talking about the topic of creation, Srishti. How did this Srishti happen? And to talk about Srishti, it's going to take many books to explain really what happened. And there is, even science has not figured it out, how Srishti happened. How did this world begin? Okay, this question is there. and scientists are looking at it. They are still looking at it. The final word is not there. And so here the Upanishad tells that in three mantras, just three mantras, and starting from Yathornanabihi, there the idea was given. What was the idea? The main idea of Srishti is that the material cause is not separate from the efficient cause. Means what? These are all technical words. The material with which the creation is made up of is not different from the creator of the world. Creator and material are not separate. This is a huge thing. If we begin to appreciate it, then Advaita Vedanta is just rest of the text is all detail only. Detail. Some new detail may be there. Some details can be a bit harder to understand than others. That's okay. We can handle all that. So, like our dream. Best example is dream, and the creator is me. The material for the creation is also me. Me. You can say my memories, my past, my this, that, my confusions, my accomplishments, everything. Yeah, put everything. Everything is just manifesting as a dream. And the creator of the dream, you can't say, no, I did not create the dream, you can't say. Because then I'll ask who created the dream. Did your neighbor create the dream in your head? No, that won't work. It's not like that. So finally, we have to eliminate all possibilities. We are left with ourselves. So I created the dream. So there, that creator and the material are one and the same. Additionally, the material of the dream is not like, see, the material of the dream becomes the world, the dream world, beautiful dream world. The dream world, you don't have any there is no blemish in the dream world. The dream world is exactly like the real world. You can't say, oh, what happened? I woke up in my dream world, the mountains that are there every day, Nilgiri mountains, right there. It's not there, you can't say. Because the dream world is perfect. Amazing it is. It's so amazing. When we are during Dhyanam, we want to visualize Vishnu. Sometimes it won't come. I don't know if you noticed all this. There also, samskara is required. Ishvara Dhyanam is Ishvara Prasadam is required. Ishvara Kataksham is required. Only then your favorite Devi you can visualize. Why it's not coming? But dream, everything comes so easily. All complicated things are all coming in dream. That's how it is. So dream is just too much. And so the second point I wanted to mention is after the I became the dream world. I became the dream world. Then what happened? The dream world resolves into me. Resolves into me means what? The dream world disappears completely without leaving any trace, without me undergoing any change. Tomorrow night again the same thing will happen. Tonight again same thing will happen. The same me is available to become a different dream world. Unlike milk becoming yogurt. When milk also is the material for yogurt, okay, Nimitta Karanam is somebody else, a person is making, leave that aside. But the material becomes the creation. And unfortunately, that milk, once it becomes yogurt, then you can't extract the milk back. You can't get the milk back. You can't say, I forgot to feed my cats, and so home, boom, swaha, become milk. Can do swaha people might be there. I'm not saying they're not there, but it's not, you can't get the milk back. So there, that milk example also, milk is the upadana karanam for the yogurt. Correct? I am the Nimitta Karanam, a person, but the material is there, okay? But that is called Parinami Upadana Karanam. Parinami and Upadana Karanam, that changes. That changes in the process of creation and it becomes something else. It becomes the creation itself. Parinami. What about this Brahma, which is the Nimitta Karanam and the Upadana Karanam of the creation? That Upadana Karanam, Brahma becomes the world without changing. Without changing. Like in my dream. Like my dream. Without changing. So fortunately, I don't change when I create a dream. I come back and I'm back to the same person. I may be affected a little. If I had a nightmare, I'll be affected. Okay, that effect also becomes part of the, goes into, and it gets exhausted. But I don't change. This you keep in mind. So that is called what? Vivarta Upadana Karanam. This milk is called Parinami Upadana Karanam. Brahma is Vivarta Upadana Karanam. Therefore, if you want to give the full name for Brahma, Abhinna Nimitta Vivarta Upadana Karanam. Not difficult at all, just the technical words to remember. All right, so that idea was given in that Yathorna Navihi, one mantra before. And now a little more details, a model is given for this creation. How this creation evolved. Shankaracharya introduced this mantra by saying, suddenly it did not come about. Some order is there. There has to be an order in this creation. Like that he's saying. And even the sudden order and all that, how long and all that, time itself has to be created. Time did not exist, please remember. Time has to be created. Space has to be created. The idea of time itself is a created idea. So that's why our rishis are great that way. They have figured it out. Time itself is a product. It's a part of the creation. You can't take it for granted. You take it for granted, then you are in classical physics. Otherwise, you get into some other physics. Newton took time for granted. Our rishis said, no, time is also a product. It's part of the universe. It has to be created. It's part of the creation. Good. And so we saw last time, I gave you a gist of this mantra and how is how is the creation visualized. We have Brahma, and it is about to create. It's creating. Therefore, it is called Karanam, Karanavastha, Karana Prapancha. From nothing, you can't create anything. Therefore, this nothingness idea we have to give up. And this void, huge void idea, we are not going to be interested in at all. It is not there. That's all you can say. But that doesn't mean it's void. From nothing, you can't get anything. So, therefore, something is there, and that something is called Karana Prapancha. All right. So, that Karana Prapancha is there, unmanifest, Avyakritam, Avyaktam, Maya, Prakriti, all these words we saw in the last class. Then what happens? That Maya is getting ready to create. What word did Shankaracharya say? Vyachikirshita avastha. Okay. We saw that last time. Or we are just about to see it. Yeah. Vyachikirshita avastha. Just getting ready to begin changing, begin manifesting to the next stage. So stage 1 and stage 2 of Karana avastha, unmanifest, like the seed is unmanifest, tree is about to come. Then you got the Sukshma Prapancha, subtle body. Subtle body, as far as our body is concerned, subtle Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, as far as the Samashti is concerned. And there, two stages are there. One is what? One is Pranaha, Prana Pradhana Sukshma Prapanchaha, then Manaha. In the mantra, it is going to come later. Going to say Annat Pranaha Manaha. Forgot to mention that Annam, that ready to create Karana Prapancha state is called Annam here. And back to Sukshma here, then Pranaha and Manaha. We're going to see all that. Bhashyam is going to come. But it's good to keep that overview in our mind. Two stage Sukshma Prapancha, pranaha, manaha, then gross. The gross universe which we all perceive and which we all consume. And that is why that word is called annam, it seems. Hey, because annam is the food for this gross prapancha, that state is called annam. All right. So gross prapancha, what are the words the mantra is using? Mantra is using two words, satyam and lokaha. And karmasu, chamritam also part of that gross prapancha. Stula prapancha. So, Satyam, what is Satyam? Satyam is Panchabhutani, the gross elements. Akashaha, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi, gross. And subtle must have come in the Prana. Before Prana itself, subtle must have come. Mantra doesn't talk about it. We have to fill up the blanks. Okay, so Sukshma, Annat, Sukshma Bhutani, then Pranaha, then Manaha, then from Manaha, Satyam, classification of the subtle, five subtle elements, Satyam, and then from that, Lokaha, huge jump is there. That is the raw material, the Panchabhutani, Stula Panchabhutani are the raw material for Sapta Lokaha, Chaturdasha Bhuvanani, whatever you want to call it, all words. And then Karma Sucha Amritam. And then people, all Veshti gets created. People. Because now the words are of no use unless there are some people to, to act in the drama. And so that's been mentioned in the last portion. Okay, this is the overview. Now let's come back to the mantra that we studied in the Bhashyam. So tapasa chiyate, we saw the Bhashyam last time. Tapasa brahma chiyate. Tapasa. So here Shankaracharya uses the word jnanena, which he gets from the next mantra. Next mantra is going to talk. Yes, sarvajnaha, sarvavita, etc. Mantra is going to come. And so there, yasya jnanamayam tapaha, mantra herself is, Upanishad herself is saying. So the jnanamayam tapaha. Tapaha is of the nature of knowledge. That's what mantra is saying. So that idea, Shankara is bringing it here. So it is not Shankara's idea that tapaha should be interpreted as jnanam. It is Upanishad only. Alright, tapasa jnanena brahma chiyate. Chiyate, expanding, swelling. Bijam, ankuram, iva bijam. Like the seeds begins to swell just before it's going to sprout. That idea was given there. How else to say creation? It can't be like the way, my mother and father used to make idlis. It can't be like that. Even though idli also there is some swelling, okay. But those kinds of ideas of creation we can understand. We just can't grasp this abhinna nimitta vivarta upadana karanam. That's why creation scientists are still working on it. It is not straightforward. It is not like making dosa or idli. It's not like that. And so so let's see. So tapasa brahmachiyate, then tataha annam abhijayate. Shankaracharya is explaining now. Okay, tataha annam abhijayate means what? From that unmanifest state, passive unmanifest state, the readiness to manifest has come. Readiness, correct? That desire to become something bigger, manifest has come. That Shankaracharya is explaining now. Let's see what it is. So, eva sarvajnataya. सृष्टि स्थिति संहार शक्ति विज्ञानवत्तया उपचितात् ततः ब्रह्मणः अन्नम अभिजायते. Annam is formed. Annam is born. Formed also very awkward to use the word formed and all that. Annam is born. Okay. And even when a child is born to a mother, okay, the child is part of the mother only. The upadana karanam of the child is mother. The nimitta karanam of the child is mother only. It just so happens that the baby comes out and is able to live independently. Without the mother also it can live. So there, that model is not the model of creation. But until then, that creation model is there. All right. Tataha brahmanaha annam abhijayate. And so let's go back there. Tataha brahmana. From that Brahman, which is avyakritam, there is going to come annam, which is the Brahman that is ready to manifest. Okay, that stage 2 he's talking about in this whole line. From that Brahman, okay, upachitat brahmana. From that swelled up Brahman, from that swelled up Brahman, okay, swelled up Brahman, annam abhijayate. What is annam? Adyate bhujyate iti annam. Adyate. And Shankaracharya is helping us because he also understands. These words are all very unique. Nowhere else in the Shastram this is called annam. That particular karana avastha is called annam. And Shankaracharya is saying annam means adyate bhujyate only. Exactly what you know annam is. That which is consumed is called annam. Bhujyate, consumed. Ad, because that root in Sanskrit is ad. Ad, second gana. Second gana. Atti. That which is eaten, adyate, consumed, bhujyate, is called annam. That's what Shankaracharya is telling us. And then which is still avyakritam, it is still unmanifested. Don't think it has become manifest. It is still unmanifest state only, seed state only. Okay. It is stage 2, seed state only. Okay. Sadharanam samsarinam. Samsarinam sadharana. And you have to put Anandagiri says Karanam, not Anandagiri, I think it's there is another alternate Bhashyam. In Sringeri Bhashyam, they say Sadharanam Karanam Samsarinam. That's useful to keep that. It is a common cause for all beings that are going to come later. It's a common cause. General cause. General cause. Because specific causes are there, means every human being has to have a body. Why did I get a human body? Because of my past karma. Specific cause. My cause is very specific. Your cause is going to be very specific. That mosquito that is flying around here, its cause is very specific. Its karma, it has. So it's all specific karma. Here, sadharanam karana. General cause. General cause is there because only after samashti is created, vyashti is going to be created. Individuals will come after the lokas are created. That's why he's using the word sadharanam samsarinam karanam. General cause. Okay, general, universal cause, common cause of the next world that's going of the samsaris, of all the jiva rashis. Okay, samsari you can include all pranis. All right, and that state annam is also called what? Vyachikirshita avastha rupeda. Vyachikirshita avastha. So that state is the state where vyachikirshita with a desire to manifest. That state now that's karanavastha is now ready, 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 steady, go. That state it has come now, and that state vyachikirshita with a desire to vyakti kartum. Vyaktam means manifestation. Avyaktam is unmanifest. So that vyaktam vyakti bhavatum ichha bhavitum ichha. So that state, Rupena, like that is saying. It is same as Avyakritam already mentioned before. So stage 2 of that first part 2 of the first stage, Karanavastha. And how did all this happen? How does all this happen? Evam sarvajnataya srishti sthiti samhara shakti vijnanavattaya. Sarvajnataya. by the omniscience. Sarvam janati iti sarvajnah. The one who knows everything is called sarvajnah. And by that status, sarvajnataya. Because now the world, we are talking about the creation of the world. Means all knowledge that is ever there, ever possible, it's going to come later, past, everything should be there. And therefore, sarvajnataya, through that all knowledge, by that omniscience, omniscient, there is a word in English called omniscience, okay? If you have not heard of it, I suggest you look it up. OMNISCIENCE. Bit awkward it will be. I think science, yeah, omniscience, correct. So it spells exactly like science. So omniscience, but don't call it omniscience. I think they call it omniscience. So that's the way it is to be pronounced. All right. From in that manner, through that omniscience, Brahma has to have omniscience. Because from nothing you can't get, you will only get nothing. So if there is so much knowledge in this universe, even a simple human mind has so much knowledge, that means Brahman you can imagine. Sarvajnataya. And what kind of Sarvajnam it is? Can you help me a little bit? Yes. Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Shakti, Vijnanavattaya. All right, we can divide the whole process of creation and creation itself into three things. Srishti, creation. Sthiti, creation is there, it's ongoing, it is there very much. Everything is not disappearing just like that. It's all there for a long time. The same mountain I see every day after day, and likely it will be there for some more time. So, Sthiti. Birth also, I am there, I am born, but then Srishti has happened, and now the human being is surviving. That's called Sthiti. So like that for the universe also, sthiti. Then samhara, or in this case, yeah, samhara, laya. Laya means dissolution. From manifest, it has to become unmanifest. Okay. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Krishna is telling, hey Krishna, Arjuna, you should worry about these things. You shouldn't worry about death and all that. It is not nature of Kshatriya to worry about death. And another reason I'll tell you, and that I'll tell you, because whatever is born has to go, whatever goes has to come back. This is how the law is. Like that, Krishna is telling our dear Arjuna. So, okay, these three are the things. Okay, now for any creator, anything, any object that is created, like this glass or this tumbler, okay, it is created by somebody. That somebody ought to know everything about the final product. Everything. What is it made of? How should it be made? How do I make it in a way that it will last for some time? What kind of coating I have to give? How long should I melt it? How long should I put it in the mold? Everything he knows. And of course, what is the function of this tumbler? That also is required. Form and function. Every product is like that. Telephone, you take smartphone these days. My God, it has become so common these days. People buy and sell left and right. But so many products are going in there. And I see, if you take this pot, it seems comparatively simple. All you need is clay. One person gets the raw material, mixes it with water, and kneads it and kneads it and kneads it. And then at some point he finds, I'm ready to make the pot, and makes it over. But the telephone is another ball game entirely. And sometimes they show you how they make this aircraft and all that, and huge aircraft. And for I don't know how long each aircraft you have to order, and then after ordering you have to wait for some time, 3 years. It's not like clicking a button in Amazon and saying I want to order some raisins and almonds. It's not like that. This thing will be order, and then after 3-4 years it will come. And that's why all the news you see, India has ordered, Air India has ordered so many planes. The biggest ever order that any airline company has done, it seems. Have you heard this news? These kinds of things you hear, because that's a huge amount there, and Big investment. That knowledge to build an aircraft means you need different departments working day and night for, or at least working continuously for so long. Regardless whether it is a pot or whether it is an aircraft, what is needed? Shakti and Vijnanam are needed. That's what Shankara is saying here. Shakti and Vijnanam are needed. Vijnanam is knowledge. The knowledge to make the aircraft is required. It's all there. Then you need the people with the skills to put together that aircraft. That is called Shakti. Knowledge may be there, but I don't have the right people to do the right things. Okay? Even the guy who's tightening the screws must do a proper job. Proper job. Then it's going to impact the otherwise safety of the aircraft. The work has to be top notch. So that's what he's saying here. Vijnana, Vijnana Vattaya. So Shakti and Vijnana Vattaya means Vijnanavat possessed, having Vijnanam knowledge and Shakti skills. Everything else that is needed along with the knowledge. Simple knowledge is not enough. That's why they say on the job training. The new guy comes and then the new employee in the company and he knows nothing. He just came out of college and then you have to tell him everything. You have to give it, you do this, go that, go to that person. Okay. You do, then you get the more data from him, then go to that person, then go with him to the factory. To the factory means because he's working in a factory, then watch the temperature of this heat exchanger, make a note. In the morning you make a note, afternoon you make a note. So you have to tell him all the details and then he will do everything. Then he will keep doing it for a few months, then he is good at that. Then you have to tell him to do something more, something more. Then he will start doing things independently. Abba, it takes a lot of learning to be somewhat independent, get that confidence. Everything is there. And so you need to have the right people. Right people is so important in a company and in a family also. I keep giving a company example, but family also. Right people means what? You don't decide which people are in the family, but so important to have the right mindset. Anyway, knowledge and skills that are required for what? Shrishti, Sthiti, Samha. That's it. That is that in one phrase, Shankaracharya has finished off what is what is needed for this process to happen. And so from that swollen up Brahman Upachitat through this knowledge and skills, Annam Abhijayate. The state of readiness for manifestation has come about. Okay. All right. Then next. ततः च
ततः च
अव्याकृतात्
अव्याकृतात्
व्याचिकीर्षित अवस्थातः
व्याचिकीर्षित अवस्थावतः
okay you say avasthavatah I think your book says
अवस्था
avasthavatah okay avasthavatah
अवस्थावतः
that's good both are fine all right annat
अन्नात्
pranah
प्राणः
hiranyagarbhah
हिरण्यगर्भः
brahmanah
ब्रह्मणः
ज्ञानक्रिया शक्ति
ज्ञानक्रियाशक्ति
अधिष्ठित
अधिष्ठित
जगत्साधारणः
जगत्साधारण
साधारणः
साधारणः
अविद्या काम कर्म भूत
अविद्या कामकर्म भूत
Samudaya
Samudaya
Bijankura
Bijankura
Jagadatma
Jagadatma
Abhijayate
Abhijayate
Iti Anushangaha.
Iti Anushangaha.
Yeah. So what is he explaining now? He is explaining Annat Pranaha. So he explained the first line. Tapasa chiyate brahma tataha annam abhijayate. That explains the entire Karana Prapancha evolution. Still we are in Karana Prapancha only. Now Shukshma Prapancha is going to be talked about. Annat Pranaha. Annat Pranaha. Annat Pranaha means what? From Annam Pranam, you have to bring Abhijayate again. Copy Abhijayate from the first half and then paste it here. That is what Shankara is saying at the end. Abhijayate iti Anushangaha. The last three words. The Anushangaha. Anushangaha means, hey, you have to, it is understood. Just bring that word again. Put the word Abhijayate, Abhijayate, Abhijayate everywhere that is needed. So, iti anushangaha. So, annat pranaha abhijayate. From annam, pranaha has come about. That's what he's saying. Upanishad is saying. And so annat. What is this annam? Tataha cha avyakritat vyachikirshita avasthatah. Shankara doesn't have to say this because he already uses the same words now that he used for annam. And what is annam? It is unmanifest state only. Avyakrita, avyakritam, he said earlier for annam. So he is saying here avyakritat, annat. So annat means panchami in Sanskrit. And so annat, from annam, which is unmanifest, avyakritam. So avyakritat. Tataha, from that means what? From that unmanifest annam. And what kind of unmanifest? Stage, that stage B unmanifest. So second unmanifest. Vyachikirshita avasthata. Or avasthavattaha, your book says, and both are okay. From that unmanifest, which is ready to manifest, which is the imminent manifestation. From that state, annat, okay, avastha rupat. Shankara earlier said what he said. Yeah. Yeah. So he said Vyachikirshita avastha rupena, he said earlier. So you can even say Vyachikirshita avastha rupat. All are same thing. Okay? So from that state, pranaha abhijayate. Pranaha is formed. And now prana has to be explained. Shankaracharya is explaining here. Pranaha is equal to Hiranya Garbhaha. So for all who are studying Shastra, it's well understood. Like in the human, the three states are there. What is that? Karana Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, and Sthula Shariram. Causal state, subtle state or subtle body. Causal body, subtle body, and gross body. Gross body I can understand. Gross is the easiest thing to appreciate. Gross is whatever is physical here is gross. So that creation, that body which is created is called gross. And then subtle. There are a lot of subtle things also that are there. And the eyeball is gross, but the eyesight is subtle. Eyesight is subtle. And so that's that. And then there's one more state called Karana Shariram. When I sleep, the body, physical body is gone. Gone means non-functional. And it's still functioning, circulation, everything is happening. It's on its own, it's happening. Thank God. And but it's I am not aware of that. And number two, this Sukshma Shariram is also there, but it's not operating at all. Not operating. And then when you say it's not operating, our Shastram is so fantastic. And when I say I get up and now I can see everything, hear everything, if I say, and somebody, I got up late, somebody started cooking and I can smell everything, if you say, hey, what happened to all that ability to smell and see and all that when you are asleep? It's not gone. It is unmanifest. This gone business idea is not there. It has to be, something has to be there from which that same ability to smell, see, taste will come. Therefore, there has to be something called Karana Shariram. Karana Shariram, beautiful it is. It's all unmanifest. Like a seed during sleep, it is just, it is also sleeping as it were. That is called Karana Shariram. Everything, my whole identity, when I get up, how do I get up and I remain the same person like I was yesterday? Karana Shariram. I don't forget my name. That same, my identity continues to be there. The same person with the same history, the same date of birth, everything, I remember everything. There's no guarantee that I should remember everything. But I do. That is because Karana Sharira. It's all collapsed into Karana Sharira. So, Srishti. When I understand this process, I will understand the Jagat Srishti process also. So, he's saying here, Annat Prana. From that Karana Sharira status, unmanifest status, Prana has come about. What is the first thing that will come? Subtle. From Karana unmanifest, the subtle Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha has to come. Then only gross Prapancha will come later. So let's talk about Sukshma Prapancha. That owner of that, the owner of that Sukshma Prapancha is called Hiranya Garpaha. Owner. If you ask the person, who are you? Then somebody will respond, and that somebody is called Hiranya Garpaha. Who are you now? I am Hiranya Garpaha. Also called Brahmaji. Brahmaji. First mantra, Brahma Devanam Pratama Sambhavuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta. That Brahmaji is also called Hiranyagarbha, who himself is a product. Why product? Because Karana Prapancha, from there it is coming. Brahmaji is a product. Even though he is a creator of the world that we talk about, still he also is a product only. Because Annata Prana. In 1-2 words, Brahma is shown to be also a product, outsourced. Creation is now being outsourced, to use the modern lingo, outsourced to Brahmaji. Okay? Outsourced to Brahmaji. Like we have outsourced America has outsourced all its manufacturing to China. Now it's waking up. Well, it's waking up. China has said, we got all your technology from you, we will take care of the world, don't worry. America doesn't like it. America doesn't like it when somebody says, we will take care of the world. Because America is known to take care of the world, A status you have to give them. So here, Hiranyagarbha, outsourced to Brahmaji. So, and then what? Brahmanaha, Jnana Kriya, Shakti Adhishtitaha, Jagat Sadharanaha. Okay, that Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, the Shakti was talked about earlier. Vijnana Shakti, Vijnana Vattaya was said earlier. And the knowledge and skills required for the creation was said earlier. And so, that same he's talking about, that Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Icha Shakti. The three Shakti Trayam is there. And so, that Hiranyagarbha, who is now given the charge, he's given a cabinet position, he's given a position in the company. You are in charge of this process now, okay? That is what in charge. Adhishtitaha means in charge. The title is given now. Given the title. And the Brahman's entire Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Icha Shakti is handed over to this Hiranyagarbha. Brahmana, that Brahman's original Brahman's Shakti is all given to Hiranyagarbha. Now you are in charge. You are in charge. Okay, do what is appropriate. Okay. And Jagat Sadharanaha. Jagat Sadharanaha. Means again, still the general, who's common to the entire universe now. Now he belongs to the entire universe. He belongs to all of us because he's about to create everything. And so he's called Jagat Sadharana. Sadharana, because the specifics have not come. It's all in a homogeneous, still homogeneous. Therefore, Sadharana. Jagat Sadharana means common to all beings in the universe, or identified with the entire creation now. Hiranyagarbha's sites are all now big now, very big. Big job has been given. Like somebody who became a CEO of a company, big company, large company. I mean, if you look at companies, some of them are so large you can't even imagine. $80 billion, $100 billion. This may, it's just hard to imagine how many numbers are there. Also, you can't imagine how big it is. So that Jagat Sadharana. And further, avidya kama karma bhuta samudaya bijankura. Now Shankara is coming back to our favorite. Bijankura, which comes out like a sprout from the seed. Ankura means sprout. He's giving an example for us to appreciate all this. So Bijankura, like a sprout Ankura that comes out from the seed Bija. Okay? And like that, this process should be visualized. Shankara is telling us. And in this case, what kind of seed is it? Like our mango seed and all that? Yeah, something like that. But then avidya, kama, karma, bhuta, samudaya. Samudaya. It's a group of things. Okay, it's a group of lot of things are involved in this. We can't oversimplify this thing. Samudaya. It's a group. It's a samuha. What kind of group it is? Avidya, kama, karma, bhuta. So comprised of ignorance. Ignorance. See, so far we talked about knowledge. Suddenly he's bringing ignorance. Yeah. Why? Because ignorance is there. That ignorance has to go. Only then jnanam will come for the human mind. And so, avidya, because of avidya, there is kama, desire. What is the desire? Desire to be full, to be complete, desire to be free. I want moksha. That desire comes because I am ignorant of myself. So, avidya results in kama. Kama results in karma. He says karma here. Karma and karma phalam is there, and karma phalam, etc. It goes on. Cycle repeats. And therefore he's saying avidya, kama, karma, bhuta samudaya. A group of things which is characterized bhuta, characterized by avidya, kama, and karma. Okay. All right. And Jagadatma. Jagadatma. Jagadatma is another name. See, Arnyakarpa. The more famous you are, the more names you will have, no? So like that, you should imagine. Brahmaji, he didn't mention here. And but Brahma also is the Brahma Devanam already mentioned earlier. Pratamajaha is called Pratamajaha, Brahma, Jagat Sadharanaha, Jagadatma. Wow, how many names are there? All right. Jagadatma means what? The essence of Jagat, the inner essence of Jagat, the Jagat that's going to come later. Inner essence of Jagat is this Hiranyagarbha. Even though we know Brahman is the essence of everything, but Hiranyagarbha, don't exclude him. He's a big man. Okay. Jagadatma abhijayate iti anushangaha. So Annat Pranaha, he explained. Pranaha means first stage of Hiranyagarbha, because next he is going to say Pranat Manaha is going to come. Therefore, you should say here, this is the second stage, which is Sukshma Prapancha stage. I don't want to. I said one once, I said A again. So I think let's go back to 1 and 2. Or shall we say, okay, 1, 2, 3. Karana Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, and Stula Prapancha.
You
Within
said
each, there are
2A last time.
2A.
Last
2A.
time
I
you
said
said
2A
2A.
last time. Okay. All right. So 1A, 1B over. From 1B to 2A we have come. 2A we have come. The pranaha is 2A. Now 2A to 2B is going to be talked about. Okay. Good. All right. Tasmat cha.
Tasmacha
Pranat
Pranat
Manaha
Manaha
Mana Akhyam
Mana Akhyam
Sankalpa Vikalpa
Sankalpa Vikalpa
Samshaya Nirnaya
Saunshaya Nirnaya
Adi
Adi
Atmakam Abhijayate.
Atmakam Abhijayate.
Tasmat Manaha. Because here the words are just in series. Annat Pranaha Manaha Satyam Lokaha. That's it. Series of words are being given. And so Shankaracharya is helping us here again. So previous state from Karana Shariram or Karana Prapancha, the first stage or a stage of this Sukshma Prapancha has come up. And this is beautiful because if you look at modern medical science also, okay, they are now able to look at that, predict what diseases the child is going to have by looking at the fetus. The fetal science is so advanced now, they can predict all sickles and anemia. They can find out if the child is going to have it or not. All kinds of bone disorders and all, they are trying to figure out by just doing some kind of scan or scans of the fetus. Okay, after so many months or something, all the science is there. Heavy science. You look at all that, it's, you know. So all this cord blood, amniotic fluid, abba, so much is involved. So much is involved. They are just, that whole world is itself different. And so all these markers they try to find out in the fetus, musculoskeletal disorders, all this. There are many doctors in our class. They can tell us later. So that means what? Hey, all that is there. Just you and I don't know. The human mind takes so many years to understand all this and go from the real gross to real subtle. And even more mysteries are there that we don't know. So heart disorder, gastrointestinal disorders and all they can figure out. So many things are neurological disorders, cardiac disorders, everything they can figure out with the right technology. If that family has access to these technologies and has the money, then so much can be possible. So, tasmat, tasmat means that from that hiranya garbhat, from pranat, jagat sadharanat, Jagatmanaha, you should fill up all those blanks from that. Hiranyagarbha, Brahmanaha. Which Brahmanaha? Brahmaji Brahmanaha. Because Brahman, that Nirgunam Brahman also is called Brahma, and Brahmaji is also called Brahman or Brahma. So, anyway, Tasmat. From that Hiranyagarbha, Pranat, Manaha. Shankaracharya says, Mana Akhyam. Called Manaha, named Manaha, Manas, named. That next state, which is named Manas. Because, okay, it's mind all right, I can understand one human mind, but now I have to bring together all human minds, all animal minds, all living beings where they have a mind. Everything I have to put together, and that put together Samashti mind is this mind. Manaha, it's called mind itself. Mana Akhyam. In fact, the word mind in English has manas, man in it. What a coincidence it is. Coincidence, both amazing. So, Mana Akhyam called Manaha. What is Manaha? Okay, Sankalpa, Vikalpa, Samshaya, Nirnayadi, Atmakam, Abhijayate. Manaha. So, in Tattvabodha, we saw Manaha, Sankalpa, Vikalpatmikam, Manaha. We saw that earlier. So that nature or that faculty, that aspect of this particular internal faculty, which which is characterized by sankalpa and vikalpa, volition, will, and alternate views, will, ideas, alternate ideas, and deliberation, sankalpa vikalpa, sankalpa vikalpa. How about that? How about this? So like that, that whole optionality is characterizing this thing called the mind. Sankalpa, Vikalpa, and Shankaracharya is adding more because Manaha is the entire faculty which includes Buddhi, which we generally separate Manaha and Buddhi, Ahankara, etc. Everything is included in this Manaha, and so he's adding all the other ones also. The Buddhi, Samshaya Nirnaya Adi, doubting and determination, Nirnaya, ascertainment. Yes, this is it. This is what we should do. This is what we should have for lunch. Enough going dilly dallying, enough going moving around like that. Time's up. And so this is what we are going to do for lunch. That is Nirnaya. Okay. Samshaya, Nirnayadi. Adi means you can put all, etc. All other faculty, all other things that you can attach to the mind, including emotions, frustration, disappointment, elation, sense of accomplishment. Okay, all these things are the Atmakam. Atmakam means of the nature of Manaha, which is of this following nature. Okay, Abhijayate is born. Is born. All right. So stage 2. So now what? 2A and 2B. Manaha should be 2B. 2B. And from 2B, we should get ready for 3A. I think. Let's go look for that. Okay? From Manaha, you're going to get Satyam. That should be 3A.
Antakaran of the Jagat. So when we say Manaha, this is the Antakarana of the Jagat.
Correct. It is the Samashti Antakaranam. Samashti Shukshma Shariram, really speaking. Manaha is really only one aspect. That is why he is saying, see, Dheeraj, Sukshma Prapancha is there. Okay. He is using the word Manaha. Okay, so Shankaracharya explained it looks like it is the Antakaranam aspect only. Somewhere we should put all the other parts of the Sukshma Shariram. Like other sense organs are there besides the mind that are needed to operate this universe. And so it can be put, it has to be put under Manaha because you know what? We are now going to move from 2A to 2B to 3A. And therefore, we have to put all Sukshma Shariram into Manaha. Or, look at this. It has to be before. See, Pranat Manaha. Why Prana came before Manaha? Even for a human fetus, you know very well. We all know very well that Prana is critical. Prana is critical. Mind can wait. Mind can wait. You know, the fetus doesn't need a mind right now. Full developed mind. It's prana. It has to live. The nutrition has to get processed. All that has to happen so that it can grow. Then once all the other parts are all set up, then mind can come. So, pranat mana. That's the significance there. Pranat mana. There is a particular order. Shankaracharya introduced this mantra by saying what? Kramena, anena kramena utpadyate, he said. So what is the order in which? So there is an order, pranat manaha. So you can include, so prana also is sukshma shariram only. Manaha also is sukshma shariram. So if you take manaha as mind, because Shankaracharya said sankalpa, vikalpa, etc., everything else other than the mind should come under prana. Like that, we should take. Okay.
And Jnanendriya will also come under Manaha only then. Jnanendriya.
So I don't know. It's not obvious here. It's not obvious to me at all. Okay. I'll have to check on that. Okay, we'll discuss that in the satsang. All right, next. We are ready to go to the next sentence. Tataha api
ततः अपि
sankalpadyatmakat
संकल्पाद्यमकात्
sankalpadi
संकल्पादि
atmakat
आत्मकात्
मनसः
मनसः
सत्यम
सत्यं
सत्याख्यम
सत्याख्यम्
आकाशादिभूतपञ्चकम्
आकाशादिभूतपञ्चकम्
अभिजायते.
अभिजायते.
Right. So now he's talking about the word satyam. So manaha satyam. From manaha satyam will come. Like that he's saying. So going from 2B, now 3A. The gross universe is going to be talked about. And so what is the gross universe? Satyam. So tataha api sankalpadi atmakat. Shankaracharya doesn't have to say all these things. Tataha means enough. From that. From that means what? From what was there before only. Manaha only. So that's what he's saying. Manasaha. Tataha manasaha. From that manakyam. That which is called mind. Okay. Manakhyat. So from that mind, which is characterized by sankalpa, adi, atmakat, which is characterized by, which is of the nature of free will, doubting, decision making, all that, all those faculties. All right, manasaha, satyam abhijayate. Satyam comes about. Now Shankaracharya knows that the minute you say satyam abhijayate, you are going to start questioning because satyam can never be abhijayate. Satyam can never be born. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha. Ajaha it is. Satyam is ajaha, unborn. The only thing that is unborn is Satyam. And so how can you say that Upanishad says Satyam came from Manaha? Not possible. And that's what Shankara is saying. Satyakyam. Don't worry. I'll tell you what Satyam is. And so for now it is called Satyam. What you think Satyam is not what this Satyam is. It is called Satyam, all right, here. And because Upanishad is just playing some mischief, not mischief. And even in other Upanishads, this is going on. Satya, Tacha, Bhavat, Niruttam Cha, Niruttam Cha. Like that, those who have studied Taittiriya Upanishad know. Sat Abhavat, Tyat Abhavat. Like that, Upanishad says. So there is a particular meaning for the word Satyam, and that meaning is Akashadi Bhuta Panchakam. All right, now I got it. Akashadi Bhuta Panchakam, because now this is we are talking about the gross universe, and Bhuta Panchabhuta is already created. The subtle world should have the Panchabhutas, subtle Panchabhutas, Akashadi, not mentioned in the mantra, neither mentioned by Shankaracharya, but we have to put it. We have to put it before prana. Correct? We have to put it before prana, and then because that is subtle, then gross. That subtle becomes gross by a process called Panchikaranam, which we studied in Tattva Bodha, and that is called Satyam here. Akasha Adi, Akasha, etc. Bhuta Panchakam. Particularly usage in Sanskrit. You can say Panchabhutani or you can say Bhuta Panchakam. Both are mean the same thing. Five, the five Bhutas. Panchabhutani, Akasha, etc. Abhijayate is born. So Satyam refers to those Panchabhutas, not to Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Not to that. Alright, next sentence. Tasmat
तस्मात्
Satyakhyat Satyakhyat.
सत्याख्यात
Bhuta Panchakat.
भूतपञ्चकात्
Andakramena.
अण्डक्रमेण
Saptalokaha.
सप्तलोकाः
Bhuradayaha.
भूरादयः
Teshu.
तेषु
Manushyadi.
मनुष्यादि
Prani Varnashrama Kramena.
प्राणिवर्णाश्रमक्रमेण
Karmani.
कर्माणि
Yeah. So he's going to now explain. Satyam having explained, now Lokaha has to be explained. So from Satyam, Loka have come about, right? And so that's what he's saying here. Tasmat. From that, Satyakhyat, from that which is called Satyam, which I told you before is this Panchabhutakam, therefore Bhuta Panchakat. From that, these are all Panchami in Sanskrit. So, from those 5 gross elements, okay, Andakravena Saptalokaha Bhuradayaha. There is a full stop there. You can put within brackets Abhijayante. Bhuradayaha Abhijayante. Or born. Lokaha or born. Lokaha means what? Bhuradayaha. So for us, very simple to translate Bhuradayaha. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha. Bhuradayaha. They are the Saptalokaha. Shankaracharya chose to say Saptalokaha. Even though there are 14 lokas, these are all these upwards, all the way up to Brahmaloka. So netherworld, Atala Vitala also you can include. Chaturdasha Bhuvanani, you can include all of them. But Saptalokaha, Puradayaha, this doesn't, every aspect of creation cannot be given by any mantra. Generally it will be said, and so we just fill up the blanks as and when needed. Okay, so from that Satyam, from those Panchabhutas, gross elements from 3A, you got Saptalokaha 3B. 3B. And so, Andakramena. Hey, there is a particular method for all these things. Method in the madness, all these things they say. So, if it sounds a little mad to you, then there is a method also to it. So, Andakramena. Krama means order. Anda means world. Bhuhu. This whole solar system is Bhuhu. Okay, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, like this. So many words the Veda talks about. And so, under Kramena, there's a particular order there, and we don't have to bother ourselves with that order. Why? Because the study of creation is not the subject matter of Vedanta. It is not the subject matter of Upanishad. Upanishad, they mention it, but it's not the subject matter of the Upanishad. Okay? Why? What is the subject matter of Upanishad? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Jagan is Mithya. That is what I need to know. How Jagat got created is not critical for me today. But I'll mention it. As in the passing, I have to mention it. Because I have to understand that Brahma is the essence of Jagat. I can understand it even better when some talk about creation is given. Okay? Okay, that's why all this is being talked about. And so Andakramena, Shankaracharya says, and leaves it off. There are many references, Chandogya, Brihadaranyaka, etc. We don't have to go through all those things. And then what? Teshu means Teshu Lokeshu. Manushyadi Prani Varnashrama Kramena Karmani. Now you can say now 3C also you can say, because Lokaha is over, then Karmani, then Karmasu Chamritam. Okay, so you can say now Karma. So Lokaha is going to be 3B, and karma is going to be 3C. You can say that. Okay. So now he's going to talk. Karma is going to come. What is karma here? See, if you go through the order. Now what happens? Now the samashti has been created with this loka. Samashti means the cosmos. The macrocosm has been created. Now it has to be populated by all individuals. An individual, it means, okay, manushya prani, manushadi prani. All right, all living beings. Manushya, etc. All pranis, like human beings. Okay. Now you produce human beings. How did the human beings come about? Hey, that is also not random. That there is a past karma for that manushya, for that prani has a past karma. He doesn't mention it here, but you have to put it within brackets. From the past karma, manushya generated. Past karma need not be generated because it is there. It is there. So, but manushya has to be generated. Prani has to be generated. Again, through the law of karma only. Karma phalam law is there. And so through that law, manushya, varna, prani is generated. And then what? Then karmani. The duties of that human being. What the person should do. Okay, what the animal should do is also there. Animals also, they are programmed, and the gorilla is going to behave in a particular way. Mosquito is going to behave in a particular way. All that is part of this creation, karma. But really speaking, animals don't have any duty at all. If you translate karma as duty, then you have to go one more step. Because human being now is a being with free will and self-conscious, and so that person is very different. That person has to be given some duties. Otherwise, there'll be chaos. Utter chaos will be there. The family duties will be there. It's all duties are divided. Okay, you do these things, I'll do these things. When you come back from school, you have to do these things. So their duties are all very, very clear. Very clear borders are there. Sometimes we exchange also. I'll do this. Okay, today I'll take care of washing the clothes. Okay. So but duties are all very clear. Only then the clock will tick. Only then the system will work. And for the system to work, what you need is varna ashrama. Varna and ashrama for human beings. Don't think it is only a Vedic society and all. Vedic society has formalized it. Every society has varna and ashrama. Ashrama means what? Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. Every society has retirement is sannyasa. That's it. We have a very formal definition of sannyasa, no doubt. But still, just for our purposes here, you need that. As a child, you have to do this, and then until you get married, there are certain things you have to do. After marriage, then your duties change. Then growing up, etc., is there. So that is ashrama. Varna also is there. People who are in the education business are in the education business. They are very good with knowledge. They are very good with expanding, building this knowledge and teaching it to others. That is one kind of varna. Then people who are in administrative, then people who are in business, commerce. That's a different mindset altogether. To be in business and succeed. Then you have labor. The skill is all provided by people, and so all that is called varna. So varnashrama kramena karmani. Look at that, how beautiful Shankaracharya puts it. So that karma, the duties of a person as governed by varna and ashrama. All that abhijayante, teshu means lokeshu, in those worlds which have been created, these people are now, the Vyashti people are all coming, populating the lokas. Okay, we have enough today. All right, so we'll continue. The mantra is almost complete. So after that, you're going to have lokaha, karmasu, and karmasu cha amritam. That is very interesting usage. The word amritam is there. So this mantra is using words which really don't mean what it normally means. So we'll see all that in the next class. आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।